Alright. Well, it's that time of the week again where I'm playing War Thunder and shit. But I think it's also important that we actually have a small conversation about something that's a little bit more important. So first off, I am making my own video on what's been happening with War Thunder, but I also want to make it clear about my personal opinion about this game and its eventual death. I'm not saying it's going to happen now. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow or the day after that or anything like that, no. I'm saying it's bound to happen eventually where this game takes one step too far. Hello, Smokey. I'm just talking about the current state of War Thunder and shit. So, recently, a War Thunder content creator by the name of CodeMindMan has made a video, and I actually watched the entire thing through. Very, very, very consistently good video, in my opinion. But we're going to get into the nitty-gritty today, I think. Just a little bit. Because frankly, this needs to be talked about, and it's not being talked about nearly enough. Alright? There is a lot of issues going on with this game right now. And frankly, there's not many solutions for it. There is the issue of, well, I'm just gonna be playing a little bit while I talk here, so don't mind me. I'm just gonna play Germany, just because Camper. Anyway, there is a lot of issues. One of the biggest issues, in my opinion, is the copy-paste. There are so many tech trees in this game that just have insert blank vehicle here. There are also a lot of there's also a lot of trees that have premium vehicles that are essentially just better versions of already existing vehicles in the tech tree of different nations, right? Let's be real about that here too. So, there's plenty of problems with this game. But there is a few solutions that Gaijin could, in theory, implement if they wanted to. Also, hello. I'm talking about the state of this game because I'm making my own video on it, and I thought I'd talk about it. Fair enough. Thank you for the drink. Anyway, the main issue is Gaijin does not do enough to this game to help it out in any stretch of the word. In fact, in my personal opinion, this game kind of has become the suck. Like, they're ghost shelling. Thank you, my girlfriend, or my fiance, whatever you want to call her, made it as a way to stop people from taking my content, because that was an issue back in the day, and now it's not. Anyway, there's a lot of issues with the game as it stands right now today that not many people talk about. And I also believe people are misconstruing the message. This is not anti-anime, right? Because I know that's a big part of this game, is not a lot of people want the anime stuff in the game. Personally, I don't really care if it's in or not, as long as you can turn off the skin for it, right? But it's the simple fact that they're just copy-paste. A lot of the stuff in this game has just become insert vehicle, copy vehicle into other tech tree, when different vehicles existed for the exact same role and the copy-paste vehicles are filling in for. You know what I mean? There needs to be a line kind of drawn, I think. But unfortunately, that line will not get drawn for a while. The only way we can do anything about this is vote with our cash. Because this game, because it is free to play, runs off cash. Ergo, if you remove your money from the situation, you could, in theory, cause the company to lose a shit ton of cash. Right? That's just how it goes. That's just how it be, and that's just how it goes with that. Which, honestly, it's kind of deserved at this point for this game. Like, the events are just insert old event here, copy, repeat type of bullshit. And there's a good example of when they made an original game mode, you know, the, I don't know, the World War I event from a few years ago, and then recently the Nuclear Thunder event. Those two events were pretty good. Too bad they only lasted for a week or two. Because now all we have is copy insert mode here, paste insert mode to random battle, essentially. That's all we have, and it's kind of annoying. Yeah, this is War Thunder. Right now the game's kind of going into the shitter because the people who, not the devs, but the people who run the game don't listen to anyone. Yeah. This game kind of just has the idea of, oh, the devs, they want to do something cool. The owners, nah, let's add copy-paste. Essentially, that's what this game is at this point, and it needs to get dealt with very soon, or this game's gonna be going down the shitter. More so than it already is. Like, they could add other shit to the game, but they won't. Like, yes, I see non-penetration. Even though the shell should have gone through. Not to mention, so I think a great fix for this game would be getting rid of most of volumetric, I think, at least. That could be a solution to a problem that exists, because volumetric does mean no shells more often. Or at least attempt to fix it. You know what I mean? They need to attempt to at least fix the problem before it gets worse, because right now it's getting bad. Like, to put it in perspective, this game has had a lot of years where everything actually was really chill, super awesome, kind of like bringing back the old War Thunder. Not to mention, so, fun fact, I played this game since fucking 2014 on my old account and 2016 on this account. I don't usually stick to one tech tree. I kind of just play what I feel like playing. I whiffed. I whiffered. I'm not gonna whiff this one. Thank you very much for the oh, fuck. Oh, that's a KV-85 dead. Anyway, you get the gist. There's a lot of shit in this game that needs to get dealt with to be fixed. Well, the thing is, it's not the devs. The devs want to include unique vehicles and shit, right? It's the people who own and manage this game. Right? It's the people who own and run and then manage this game that do not care what the player base wants. Just gonna get back in the Panther G because I need to grind this thing out a little bit. That shells, but I'm not gonna fucking worry too much about it. When I'm talking, I don't play as good. We'll go with that. Like, think of it like this. There are things in this game that are just copy-pasted into different tech trees the entire time. Yeah, so the corporate side of this game does not care what the player base wants. They just want to make money. And because this game is FTP, or free-to-play, right? because that's mainly what this game is free to play, you run into a unique weird-ass situation where the game devs want to include a unique vehicle, and then it gets slapped into only events only. Not to mention, on console, you do not get access to the Gaijin Marketplace. Which, while it might not be a big deal for some, it does lock a good significant amount of the player base out from getting unique vehicles. Consistently, at least. Which does suck. Because the thing is, if I wanted to sell a event vehicle, I can't. I have to grind out to get the token to get the sell ticket, and then I can't even access the marketplace to sell the vehicle, if that makes any sense. Because Gaijin's marketplace is PC only, and while yes, I am streaming it from my PC, you can log into your console account on PC. Which does in fact suck. Because, let's say for example, someone wanted to gift me premium time for whatever reason. No, this is just as an example. If someone wanted to gift me premium time, yeah, you're SOL. You cannot gift anyone premium time if they do not have access to the marketplace. You also cannot gift anybody vehicles and shit. Like, you can't do a lot of shit that you would be able to do if you played on PC. I think that's also extremely unfair to a lot of players who are only able to play on console, who do not have a PC that can run the game. Sure, a lot of PCs can run this game, but you would need at least a halfway decent graphics card to not be stuck on medium graphics like I am. And I have two 3060s, by the way, and I'm stuck on medium graphics. Not to mention the CAS problem. So the problem with CAS is it's too easy to spawn in my opinion, and extremely unrealistic for the time. Well, and I understand why they are prioritizing PC over console, because PC makes the most amount of game. Like, you see this, right? You see how this one plane is just hounding me this entire time? It's because he can. Which to me is extra fucking annoying when you're stuck dealing with AA. Hi. Yeah, for example, I personally think a lot of vehicles in this game need a big nerf. Right? There's a lot of shit in this game that needs to get done, but it just never will. Because why the fuck would Gaijin care about that when they can just milk you for more money, you know what I mean? Like, all Gaijin cares about is, all the corporate side of Gaijin cares about is money on their free-to-play game. Which, I understand, that's kind of fair, it's kind of the point. But at the same time, at least give us unique vehicles more often. At least don't prioritize making certain vehicles premium. Like, for example, I'm just going to show you guys this as just an example. Premium costs fucking 15,000 gold. And he goes, I already saw you. You're good. Like, not to mention, to get that 15,000, you need to spend over $100 for a year of premium. Not worth it. Now, I did buy premiums in this game a while back, because that is when this game was somewhat good, and I liked the vehicles they were adding in, right? So, like, think of it like this. In the German tech tree, we have all unique vehicle issues, right? We have the Strela, because that's East German and shit. Like, a lot of this stuff here is, in fact, like, East German copies and shit. Like, the Oscar is just another vehicle that they have as a place thing. But then you get to, you know, like the three major trees, they don't have a lot of copy-paste vehicles. And then you get to Britain, right? Let's actually take a look here. And I am counting the Sherman 2 as just a Grizzly, but it's also just a Sherman. So they have a Sherman, which is one vehicle, right? They have the Ram 2, which is already in the American tech tree, which it should also just be in the British tech tree alone. Like, it shouldn't even be in the American tech tree, but anyway, I digress. Another Sherman. Another Sherman. Just not a lot of copy-paste in this tech tree, and then you get to Japan. You know, it's normal, and then, oh, copy-paste vehicle, copy-paste vehicle, copy-paste vehicle, copy-paste vehicle, copy-paste vehicle, copy-paste, copy-paste, copy-paste. This is just an M109, essentially. Copy-paste, copy-paste, copy-paste. And this is essentially just a, whatever the fuck it is. It's a Russian T-95 or something like that, I think it is. Like, essentially, the vehicle I just showed on screen is a T-80. Just a heavily modified T-80. For, fucking, this vehicle here is a heavily modified T-80. So, basically copy-paste. And also, on console, you can't see all the premium vehicles there are in the game. Because there's a lot. Not to mention, copy-paste. China is known as the copy-paste tree for a reason. Because, look, copy-paste, 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 copy-paste. All of rank 1 is copy-paste. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 technically, because that's just a fucking reserve rank tank in America with a fucking Su-57 gun. So almost all of rank 2 is copy-paste. Almost all of rank 3 is copy-paste, except for one vehicle, which was just a modified T-34 to begin with. And then you have 1, 2, 3 copy-paste vehicles for that. Another one here. A modernized M41. Another copy-paste. A lot of it is copy-paste. And this is just the ground tech tree, by the way. Air tech trees are also the same, to a degree, with the copy-pasting. Because if I go to aviation, a few copy-paste in every tree, pretty much. Italy, you know, Italy was part of the Axis power, so you'd think they wouldn't have any allied vehicles in them. But copy-paste, 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 another copy-paste. Hey, if you want, you can buy a Tiger tank for Italy. It only costs you fucking 4,800 GE, or the equivalent of 50 bucks Canadian. You can buy a lot of vehicles, and a lot of them are fucking copy-paste. Basically, everything you see like a little weird decal for is just signifying that it is a vehicle from a different tree, essentially. Or, if you don't see anything by it, but you can tell it's been from a different tree, then you kind of already know that it is a modified vehicle. Like, if you look, all the Hungary vehicles after the Tehran 3 are just copy-paste, 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 copy-paste. Yeah, $50 for a tank. For a tank that is tech tree in the German things. But for Italy, you need to buy that, or you have to buy a Panzer 4G, which is also tech tree. That's for Italy, at least, on the ground side for the most part. Until you get later, then it's just like, you know, slightly original vehicles, but they're just all copy-paste vehicles and, like, slightly modified vehicles. Like, that's all it is. Now, France does have a bit of copy-paste as well. I'm a French ground main, by the way. Right? So, you have a lot of original vehicles for rank 1. Rank 1 is actually entirely French vehicles, which is nice. And then you get this, which is a German modified thing. The Germans also have this vehicle, by the way, just named differently, but it's just the exact same vehicle. Anyway, then you have a copy-paste. 2 French vehicles, at least. Another couple French vehicles, and then copy-paste. But for rank 3, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 original vehicles. Besides that, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because it's just a modified M4 Sherman. 6, you have an Equilibrium, and then you have the FL10, which is also just a modified Sherman with an AMX-13 turret. But at least France is mainly original, right? Right? Yeah, it mostly is until you get a little bit down in the BRs and you start getting Leopard for the last 3 vehicles. And, here we have some unique vehicles from the Benelux region, actually. Minus the Gladiator. You can tell that these are a little bit more unique because they have that symbol where they belong to a different country. Sometimes those are fully original vehicles, which is awesome to see. Like this, for example. And this. And that. And then you get copy-paste. 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 Copy-McPaste. Not to mention copy-paste premiums. And a copy-paste dart. And then also copy-fucking-paste F-16 and F-16. At least Sweden only has a few aircraft that are copy-paste and a few ground vehicles that are copy-paste. Yeah, no. Israel's the worst by far for modified vehicles that technically aren't copy-paste, but technically are. The Magog 1 and 2 are just M48s. Same with the 3 with a bigger gun, and same with the 6 with a bigger gun. 6A and the 5 are also the just M48. Same with all these and all those. Those are modified Centurions. And that is a modified... I think that's something else that's modified. I can't remember exactly what it is off the top of my head, but I know it's not original. The only original vehicles for the Israeli tech tree are the Markarvas. That's a Centurion. That is a T-55. Centurion, literally just a basic T-55, another T-55. Centurion, AML, which is in the French tech tree, AMX in the French tech tree. Anti-air fucking half-track in the American tech tree 109. Russian tech tree, fucking, that's just a 109 modified, and that's just a fucking rocket-propelled half-track, pretty much. That is a thingy-mabob with a fucking 60 mil that's in the American tech tree, but not with the 60 mil. Like, a lot of these are just lazy fucking cop-outs. Even in the aviation field, it's lazy fucking cop-outs, because the majority of these are American modified, French modified, or Russian modified vehicles. Like, you can even see it in the name. A4N. That's an American. Super Mystère B2. That is French. French. British. BF-109, that's modified. American. B-17. American. It's bad. The game is just copy-paste vehicles, and you can tell because of how far down it's been going for this game. Because, like, let's be real here. The game is not on a good trajectory right now. We'll fucking play Japan at 6 point... I don't want to play Japan at that BR. Fuck. What BR do I want to play right now? Oh well, we'll do 5-3 with France here, just so I can show you why it's a lot of copy paste bullshit, but with French technology essentially. But no, like there's a lot of vehicles in this game that are just sheer copy paste, and it needs to get dealt with. And the way that people can deal with that is by stop giving them money to get the copy to like buy just vehicles that are in a different tech tree or just copy pasted from tech trees or anything like that. Just stop giving Gaijin money. We need to learn to stop giving this company our money, because if we learn that, then what will happen is they will run out of money until they give us something unique. You know what I mean? We just cease giving them money and we just focus on what we as a community want from this game. Personally, I would like to see a united Commonwealth tree. You can have some copy-paste vehicles, but also mainly make some wartime modified vehicles available. Like, for example, the time where Canada stuck a 17-pounder into a Panther tank. Because we had no ammo for the Panther's original gun, so we stuck a 17-pounder in it and said, fuck it, we're going with it. That would be a cool vehicle for that tree. Whereas you'd have the British APDS shell on a Panther tank at 6.0. Like, I'm just saying, there needs to be some reworking done to this game. It is not going good for it. At all. Especially when you have parts of your community locked out by, well, allow me to put it simply, you have parts of your community completely locked out of getting event vehicles because they play on a fucking console. Hey Lonely, I'm talking about how War Thunder's dying. Because frankly, the game is dying, and I'm kind of a bit upset because there's no alternative for this game yet. I wouldn't be surprised if an alternative gets made eventually, with how talented some people in the community are at building and making shit, honestly. It's entirely not out of the realm of possibility at this point that people would just make their own fucking War Thunder-like thing. And because this game has no competition, the devs, not the devs, but the owners can get fucking money grubby about shit. Anywho, that's just my personal opinion on how this game is dying. If you have any questions or anything like that, just ask and I'll try to give you the right answer in my opinion here. But the other thing you can do is go watch Code Mindman's video on it, and oh boy, it's a very good video. I'd recommend watching it if you want to really see the frustrations with this game. And of course, the cast revenge bomb, the cast bombing bullshit too needs to get dealt with heavily. Fucking make it very difficult for them to spawn in aircrafts would be great, like triple the spawn costs and shit. You know what I mean? That's the thing. I think they need to triple the spawn cost for aircrafts alone. Because let's get serious here for a minute. When is the last time you've played War Thunder where you haven't been absolutely McFuckle-duckled by fucking 20 tons of planes? Like, it's annoying. And not to mention the spawn camping issue, too. Like, that is a very big issue in this game that needs to also be fucking dealt with. Especially considering this game is apparently esports ready, when in reality this game is so broken. No esports league should even be considered of being real if it's using this game as its esports shit, you know what I mean? Like, it's bad. Especially when the game refuses to, especially when the owners and shit of this game refuse to acknowledge the community and our gripes with the game and how they want, and how we need to fix the game and shit. There's so many things that are just fucked right now. It's honestly sad. Like, I probably will die in a second from this KV spawn camping. Like always, there's always that one thing that's spawn camping, but no. The thing is, they need to fix this game. And the easiest way to fix this game when it comes to spawn camping is making it impossible to spawn camp. And before people say, well, that's just a part of the game, not really. I mean, we are supposed to be able to spawn in and play the game the way that we see fit. Ah, non-pen, I see. Fuck. Ah, I see. Fucking kill steal. Lovely. Yeah, if you can imagine, I'm not the biggest fan right now of War Thunder. I liked the game circa 2020. Again, I started getting back into it, but like, it's been 6 years, and that has been diminishing hard. Because I don't see the point in why they can't fix these simple fucking issues. We do not want these fucking stupid copy-paste vehicles. We want a fix for volumetric, and they will not give it to us. We want this game to be fun like it was in 2016 to 2018, when the game was actually good. When you didn't have to worry if your shot was going to ghost shell. When you didn't have to think, oh man, I have to worry about Russian bias. I know it's beaten like a dead horse, but like, there are some vehicles that are heavily favored in this game comparatively to others. And it's not Russian bias, it's Big 3 bias is what I'm calling it. Because most of the favor comes from the Big 3 money maker nations of this game. And you know what those ones are? USA, Germany, and Russia. Those are the 3 trees that have the most protection and most coddling when it comes to this game. And also, the most weird-ass fucking armor. And then we get into the other part. The people who are able to cheat in this game. Like, that dude over there is using what I like to call auto trigger. He will be able to lock on to where I am and just shoot at me. Unless he untoggles it. Oh boy, I hit a Russian machine gun. You know what that means? Nothing. Ah, the Tiger weak point. Non-pen. As you can see, that's some blatant favoritism if you've ever fucking seen it for this game, honestly. Like, when you hit the turret ring of a Tiger, it has been historically documented that that goes right through and says, you're dead. Or your turret is dead. No rotatey. Right? That's what real world has proven. But apparently in Gaijin, when you hit the turret ring, it just does nothing. It doesn't help that if you're fighting on the team of one of the big three, you're usually against the other two. Or if you get lucky and get a match where you're on two, you're most likely going to win that match unless you're against good players. Right? And that's the issue that we run into, is the fact that this game is not balanced at all. First thing, they need to remove volumetric and take in real-world statistics of areas hit for crippling vehicles and shit, right? So, like, they should take in the real-world potential, calculate it out, and boom, it happens in real time, just a full new fucking thing. It's not a hard concept. Sure, it will take time to develop that, so we'll be stuck with volumetric for a little bit. But, like, volumetric does not do certain shells and certain tanks justice in this game. Which sucks, because there's a lot of vehicles that essentially have about 30 millimeters less penetration than they should. Like, the vehicle I'm in now, the FL10, has that issue exactly. And it tends to get annoying after a little bit. Anyway, I'm dead, so I'm not fucking sticking around in that match. Because that's the thing, too. Yeah, there's just so many problems in this game that need to get fixed that they're never going to address. Like, at all. And it's so fucking annoying. Like, let's say, for example, I wanted to play, I don't know, Italy at 1.0. There's no way to get level 1, like, high-level people like me out of that for the new players, you know what I mean? And sure, I could just be starting a brand new tech tree, but, like, I have up to fucking 4.7 by all technicalities for Italy. Fucking China, I have technically up to 5.7 X2 vehicles, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, there needs to be some way to balance it all out. And it's not that hard of a concept to do. Other games have already done it, and it's simply just called skill-based matchmaking, honestly. And some people might hate it, but it seems like one of the few solutions that could help balance the game's skill out for people who are new to the game, right? Because it's really probably like annoying for some people in this game who are new, who have to play against like the best of the best that this game has to offer sometimes, because sometimes people are just starting a brand new tech tree and shit, right? Which can be very annoying for some. Like, what do I want to play for the Brits? That I could show off what I mean. Yeah, I could do this. And just plant that guy here. And then go aviation and just... Do I already have a 3.7 lineup? Probably. Yeah, it's already right over here. Noish. Okay, let's actually show off what I mean by that. do I want to play my America one where I think it's probably a bit better because it's this one here that is 3. No. I think the best way to show this off is actually by playing the Germans. I'll explain why in a sec. I gotta find my fucking bum ass low VR fucking bullshit. Here it is. We'll do 4.3 so I can show this off a little bit with Germany here. I'm gonna play the Hetzer mainly. But anyway, no, there's so many problems in this game that never get addressed because the owners of this game, Gaijin Entertainment, do not care about anything other than making a profit. The devs, they want to give us this cool shit. Like, I bet they really want to fucking try to model some of these wartime modified vehicles from different countries and include them into the game as, like, event vehicles, tech tree vehicles, maybe even a couple premiums for different nations, but, like, they'll never get the fucking chance to because, well, frankly, this game ain't what it used to be. And it fucking sucks that it has to come down to that. This game was once a pinnacle for people to play and have fun by playing. Now, this game is just pointless. Like, a lot of the stuff in this game is kind of just stupid. Like, you don't get any of the joy that people used to get playing this game anymore. Like, you can't just go in, have fun, use the skills you got by playing this game and, you know, actually kick ass. Now, if you miss one thing, you're legally called blind. Fuck up once, you're legally called blind, pretty much, and that's fucking stupid. Not to mention, you get gaggle fucks like this area over here all the time, which is even worse some days. Not to mention, a lot of the time for actually hitting things in this game, you're better fucking guessing than not. Well, especially at lower BRs. Like, sure, you do have the rangefinder. But, like, you don't really got much else. This game needs a fix. And not just a quick patch, I mean like a full in-depth, like, get rid of old code, put new code, make things not break type of fix. Like a full fucking overhaul. It doesn't need infantry, which is just the cop-out mode is what I'm gonna call it. That's all infantry really fucking is just the cop-out. They give us something new to do. Like, this is very much unfair for the enemy team, because I have a position where I am basically hull down and a gun. So all the Hetzer is hull down gun mode, essentially. Critical hit! Well, that's the thing, it's just gonna take time for this game to fix itself. It's not a hard concept for it to try, though. Which does tend to make the game a little bit more annoying to play, but that's besides the point, I guess. The thing about it like this, I had 5 kills and I'm now in my fucking plane, which has 50 kilograms of explosionisms. Right now I'm taking advantage of a fucking very broken mechanic called climb stepping. Which where you force your plane to climb up to like ridiculously high fucking altitudes and shit. By just fucking climb stepping your way up so you don't burn as much speed. thing is, too, you always gotta be aware in this game, which is kind of funny. And the game tells you, like, reduce power to 50%. No, just reduce it to 30. Like, the game does not... They don't know how to fucking play their own game for, like, the people up top. So it's kind of, like, stupidly annoying. Like, I'm not going to be surprised if Code Mineman loses his partnership. But at the same time, it's sad that they would even consider doing that in the first place, you know what I mean? But like this, there's so many things going on in this game, I don't have all the fucking facts for everybody, which fucking sucks. Fifth place, we'll take it. Fifth place on the team, 2 kill assists, 5 kills, not a bad game. So like, yeah, there's stuff in this game that needs fixing, and that they'll just not even the dev's fault, it's just the game's fault. But anyway, I'm gonna head out. I will see you all in the next